Excuse me. I'm sorry. I had a silent 10 minutes at the top of the hour because I've been doing 30 things again today. Multitasking, and usually I'm pretty good. Hey, at least I'm here on time. Give me that. And thank you, by the way, for following Oddwin Marson. And Coleman01 resubscribing with Prime. Thank you so much. I know there are many people that you could use your free Prime subscription on. Thank you for letting me be one of them. Both Play Photos. I want to say this. Both Play Photos, welcome to the community. Now, I know everyone who follows and subs and all that stuff, you know, you're certainly a part of the community. But, like, when you show up frequently, like, and I get to know your username, and I get to know maybe a little more about you, you're officially a part of the community. So, Bo Play Photos, I'm just going to say this, because, I've noticed other folks, you know, when they first come in, I do wonder, are they going to stick around, are they just following? Bo Play Photos is definitely welcome. One of us. Get your drops in. Get your drops in. Do we have any drops in the queue? Ooh, hang on. Okay, we got to reset that drop. Stop, Chris. Okay, let's go ahead and cue the drop. Now, go ahead. Drop away. Drop and pop, as it were. Hollywood N3D, good to see you. And everybody else, No More 3, St. Olav, DG776, Sesam, Coleman01, again, thank you so much for resubscribing. I don't know if I'm getting that handle correct yet. And Liz, of course, Uber Superfly, for sure. Am I missing? Who am I missing? Fix 'em Dude, naturally. And then, of course, Odwin Marson. Which is a mouthful. Fucho there plopping. So, I've been in the process of cleaning up around here. Taking the time to clean up. And this is one of the items that I got at a garage sale last year. Super cheap. And this is an item that I have wanted for some time. Not the Mace Windu, not the Even PL, not even the stage or the hologram figure in the middle. But specifically, Oppo Rancisis. This was the only time Oppo Rancisis was ever made as a figure in this particular set. You couldn't get him any other way. So I wanted to get this. I did not get all the Jedi High Council. He didn't have them all. But this one, absolutely. So I do plan on opening this. Also, if you were looking at today's print, which, as I announced last night, is Rey. A ray of sunshine. Different kind of Rey. You may have noticed... Oh, wait, Chris. I see spaces for everything there on the brim, except for Rey's hair. What's up with that? Well, I printed or pre-printed Rey's hair. Nothing really to look at here. Apart from being very concerned that it would screw up everything. And luckily for me, it printed okay, and I may end up doing another one after this. I'm not too worried about it. This is potentially a first stringer and potentially a second stringer, depending on how it comes out. But this is the one I was most concerned about in relation to this particular print, whether it was going to screw things up like it did the other night with one of the figures when the hair went wonky. I think it was with Kira. Kira's hair went wonky. And I noticed there were, like, no supports on her 3 buns, so that really threw me off. Also, for you keen-eyed observers, Jesse is here still, guarding the filament. I've been waiting. I know everyone's busy with Murph and summer and everything, but I've been waiting for David to pop in so I can say, Jesse says hello! So, I'm going to put Jesse back. Because he always feels bad. It's like, man, he's not using my filament, man. That's what David sounds like in real life, if you were wondering. Oh, man, I'm David Randolph, man. He's not using my filament. Oh, that sucks. But it looks kind of cool, but it still sucks. Because it's not my filament. I'm going to go cry in my tea. I'm making up David's voice. I don't think I've ever heard him. Please, no one clip that and send it to him. Thanks. Okay, so that's that. And you are you. I am me. And we are going to start the show with a drop. Thank you, of course, to Thangy Thangs. Naturally. I used to slow dance to, what was that? It was Lionel Richie. Say you, say me. Like, the slow song came on, I'm like, alright, get a chance to dance. Slow dance, because I can't fast dance at all. Big Fan sticks the landing. Pop allows you to join the raffle if there is a raffle. Okay, now you can do the raffle. Gonna go ahead and reset the drop. Cue it up again and drop. Everybody, drop your drops. Drops. Yeah, like gum drops. Oh, I love gum drops. Favorite flavor gum drop, in case you were wondering? Purple. Like bits. Purple. Thank you, Fucho, by the way, for the fart. I assume it was Fucho at the top of the hour. Or as the show began. After 10 minutes of complete and utter silence. And wait, is it still off? Okay, it's on. Thank you, Liz, for noticing. I didn't know until I sat down. I was doing, like I said, I've been taking care of like small tasks, and you know, at the end of the day,
show me what you got.
What I got is yesterday a vintage Tauntaun. Love this, love it. That's what I got. I don't know who's asking, but I got a vintage Tauntaun. Oops, there we go. The vintage Tauntaun. Thrifted it for $2. Not bad for a vintage Tauntaun. Can't have too many Tauntauns. Can't have too many vintage figures, so that's what I got. That's what I got. I'd ask you what you got, but you can't. Well, you could. You could pop over to Discord. You could show me on Discord, yeah? Did that work? It did not. Okay. Oops. Exporting. I was trying to clean up the Ray file a tiny bit. Didn't necessarily work the way I was expecting, but it's fine. It's good enough. Theoretically, I won't have to reprint this because everything else looked pretty standard. You're going to like the new CG Flame Trooper if you have one on the way? Yes, I've seen it at a distance. I do have 3 on the way. Can't help myself. I also just made a deal for the Tsum Tsums. I almost said the eBay Tsum Tsums. No, I made the deal on eBay for this. Let me show you. I made the deal, and I made one hell of a deal. Like, easily, like it's a grand deal, an amazing deal. The deal's so good, you're not gonna believe it. Okay, let's go this. Over there. There's Ray. Let's go ahead and populate that. Now you can see, theoretically, no? Can't see? Really? Where's the... no, that's Reincubate Camo. Edge. There we go. So I made a deal for these. Can I see it bigger? Really? So ignore that price, because I made a better deal. I was like... They were selling them, and I thought a pretty decent price. And I was mentioning this to Beauplay the other day. I'm like, yeah, I like the Tsum Tsums, and they're basically out, right? And I'm like, oh man, they would have been awesome to have that, you know, that collection in box. And so, oh, sorry, I got an ASMR. So I went to eBay and totally made a deal on this set. They made this page for me, just for me, and I saved so much money. I'm not gonna say half off the listed price, but it was a good chunk of money. So to get a full set of the Tomica Star Wars cars, the Tsum Tsum series, is amazing. Now the good news is I already had the Darth Vader one in box, so I'm going to be able to open one and keep one in the box in the collection. So I'm really happy about that. Tsum Tsums no longer really exist either, unfortunately. It's not going to happen. Here's the Rey that we're doing. You can see why I might have been concerned about her hair, because there really were no supports. I'm also printing her staff. I opted to print her staff too. Obviously, I am not using colored filament, but going straight up with the hologram Rey, since she's not Force Ghost yet. Or ever. You never know. So there's that. Totally worth the 10K. What? Oh, the ASMR? Fair enough. Did you guys ever get the Tomica diecast figures? No, we did not. I ended up having to get a few of them secondhand. So, unfortunately, we didn't get them with any degree of accessibility. Is this? Wow. This Baby Yoda mug is seemingly... Oh, no, that's the print. I thought the print was coming off. I'm like, what? Okay, Tomica no longer has the license to make diecast. Ah, fair enough. Yeah, that's the kind of stuff I love. That's the kind of stuff I eat up. That's the stuff I enjoy. And I made my Ticino, but after doing loose leaf for the past day or so, I'm like, well, you know, I'll do the bags, and I got to tell you, the bags are nothing in comparison to doing the loose tea, like in terms of flavor, in terms of strength. So yeah, okay, resetting the drop, queuing it up, get your drops in. Get your pops on. Oops. There you go. There's your raffle. There you go. So otherwise, it's a pretty routine night. Y'all give me a chance to, I guess, kind of take a break, unwind. Watched Loki this afternoon. Pretty good. Yeah, I was happy with it. I was impressed. It's like, whoa, okay, I like where it's going. I've been enjoying it. I'd probably say enjoying it a little more than the other Marvel shows on Disney Plus. Just a smidge more, not by much, but you will watch Loki tomorrow. Okay, I'm not gonna give any spoilers. Oh, and then I had I had an appointment. I got the other day. The house is getting to the age where things are starting to fall apart. So, you know, in the sink, you push the plunger down and then out pops the cap and things drain. That on one of the sinks we use frequently just basically snapped. And I'm like, great. So, instead of just replacing that one, which is not going to be cheap, I'm just going to basically do, not every single one of them, but all of them that are done similar to that. Because I'm not sure if the other material would be a different kind of component, and I'll wait for that one to break and then we can replace it. But I figured, well, if this one broke, it's probably not going to be too long before the other ones break. So I'm just trying to stay ahead of the problem. Hey, TC Jamie, we got an ad at the chat. Boop. That was my sound effect. Everyone, get your drops in. Gonna give you a few seconds more. Plumbers are pricey, but yeah, for I was kind of shocked. I'm like, oh, okay, wow, yeah, exactly. I almost hissed like that. I have no choice. I feel I have no choice. It's like, well, I'm not gonna do it because I don't want to screw it up. Because you want to talk about expensive, breaking something. TC says, just joining, you were saying your house is at the age where things are starting to go. Ours was built in the 50s. I believe we've had a few issues as well. Yeah, I'm sure. I wasn't in the 50s. These are just a shot of your own collection, the Japanese 70s R2s. Oh, no way. Wow. Oh, yeah, wow. Oh, wow, that's spectacular. I'd be lucky to find any one of those thrifting. That's for sure. Alright, resetting the drop. Drop and pop. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, the 3 tea bags did not have the same impact. So I'm kind of inclined to cut open the tea bags and pour them into the loose leaf and just use them that way. I've also got 3 other flavors coming in. Ordered them online. You repainted your apartment at Home Depot? I'm not sure I quite understand what that meant, but that's awesome. All right, we're gonna open an Awakens. As much as you know, can I really want to. This cardboard back is pretty friggin' spectacular. I don't want to ruin the back of it because it's just so freaking cool. But I'm gonna do it anyway. Too much tape. Man, they bolted this thing down. Do you count how many spools I've used? I have not. I mean, I print small things though. I don't have like major projects. Hey, mine37388. Good to see you again. What about you, Dogface? Did you know this was a council now? An interview you had today went well. Oh, good. I don't know how to conduct myself in an interview. I've never ever really I'm blessed to have never, I mean, I've needed to for sure, but I've never had a traditional type of interview situation. Kind of grateful. Very grateful, actually. Because I don't know if I could pull it off. It'd be very challenging. So more power to you. You hate interviewing for a job, always mess up the technical interview. Well, I'm lucky enough to not have a technical skill set, which would require technical know-how, etc., etc. Oh man, God, that's just the beginning. I'm gonna have to slice into this because it's attached to the. There's Dogface. Awakens. He's got the age and heat were not kind to the rubber. But the nice thing is, he is basically bolted onto the chair. I think I'm going to keep him like that. Because otherwise he'd be everywhere. There's Awakens. What about you, dog face? Can't see big screen. So he's going to sit next to Yarrow Poof. Is the chair wobbly? Yeah, the chair's a little wobbly. That sucks. Alright. Moving on to the... I really don't want the other two figures. I'm like, lame. I mean, they're okay, but... Oh, I guess that's attached. Okay. Oh, I guess cues weren't dropped or reset, I should say. I already had an even PL. Man. How the... I'm not joking. They really did a number. They put the wires going all the way through him? No. Yes, wow, the wire went all the way through him. Okay, interesting way of keeping the figures in place, but wow. I hate when they use the wires to keep the figures in place when you're trying to take them apart, especially the older ones, you know. Got to be careful with this part too, because the little hologram is barely attached. You switch the screen again? Why? Why? Well, you don't need to see anything up close right now. I showed the other one. I'll show you again here. Let me finish this though. Yeah, Mace came right off. Articulated Mace. And then we are basically left with Jedi Council. Hang on, people. Cheese and crackers. Just wait. Oh, yes. What light are we going with? So, I don't care about that one. I just care about Aporancesis. Blue? We're going with blue. Fair enough. We can do blue. There's Aporancesis. And yes, he's basically coiled around the chair. So he could come off, but yeah. And then the other two figures, really not that remarkable. I mean, even PL and Mace Windu, pretty standard. Nothing that exciting. But I'm going to put this over on my over in a certain part of the play shop here, because Jedi sometimes she'll play with the figures that I keep down there, and that's pretty cool. I guess that goes over there anyway. Dang it. You love Mace? Alright, well Mace is nice. I mean, I have so many Mace Windus. So it's not as... The Mace Windu, not as exciting. Because I already had Maces. But Aporancesis, there's a figure I don't know if they're ever going to produce again. Dang, dude, this chair's coming all the way off, too. It's got like little pegs, you know, where you can stand the figures up. So basically, I'm gonna put Yarrow poof over here and have Oppo Rancisis here. And then when Jedi comes back, then she can play with it. So, yeah, the Mace Windu, not anything to write home about. I mean, a standard 5, or I'm sorry, like almost like an older style, super articulated Mace Windu. But I mean, he's nice. Not saying he isn't. Just not, I mean, he ain't no Oppo Rancisis. That's what I'm saying. So, did not mean to do that. Those two will go over there. Go here. Alright, we've got blue. I'm going to drop. Oops. Drop and start the drop. Hear it. It's not expecting that to be as messy as it was, but I guess it was. Well, like I said, I wish I could reuse part of the set, but they did not engineer the packaging very well. Okay, we're gonna reset the drop. Cue the drop. All right, drop and pop. Now another one I want to open. Showcased it the other night when it was dark. Here, I will hold still long enough for Liz to grab. Until I know. That way no one says, wait a minute, you weren't there long enough. I was doing my best. So this is the next one we're going to open here. A Toy Box Sith Trooper. And I heard today that there's going to be a Toy Box Ahsoka and Rex 2-pack, if there isn't already. So, kind of looking forward to that. Can't really save the material on this one. Nothing to save. I guess Sith Troopers are the offspring of those Sith Eternal. That's what that was my understanding. So they're not just average troopers, like dressed as Sith Troopers. They're actual Sith offspring, which is fascinating. All right, where did I read that? Toy box figures, super exaggerated features, but fun nonetheless. I love the color, love the look. It's like if if a Phase 2 clone trooper and a stormtrooper got together. In fact, it's very close, very, very, very reminiscent of the Phase 2 clone trooper. Like, incredibly. Or actually, I should say the First Order Stormtrooper and a Phase 2 Clone Trooper got together. That would basically be the Sith Trooper. You can stand there for now. For now. Obi-Wan can stand there. If I can get him to stand. Obi-Wan. That's a very good likeness of Ewan McGregor. Like, very good likeness. Y'all get your drops in, and hello, Touche Slapper. Or Touch Slapper. Touchy Slapper? The clock is accurate, as is the Orabesh. I was able to do that pretty quickly before going live with the broadcast tonight. And yes, in case you were wondering, the air conditioning is working just fine. Very grateful that it's working fine. In fact, it's working so fine that I went downstairs, which was typically cooler, and then came back up. And I'm like, it's cooler upstairs. Why? Well, because I had the upstairs thermostat set to 70 Fahrenheit, and downstairs was set to 71, and I could tell the difference between the 71 and the 70 degrees. Like, it was a pretty big difference. It's a pretty dramatic difference. So, yeah, huge. All right, resetting the drop. Queuing the drop. There you go. Drop and pop. Hang on. I've got to, like, I got to get a glasses cleaner. Usually don't use the pre-moistened towelettes, but it's just easier right now. By the way, about an hour ago or so, I took an aspirin. I'm starting to feel a headache again. Don't know if it's summer, the heat, the lack of caffeine, stress, attention headache, or a combination of all those. It's probably a combination of all, but I took an aspirin. And it seemingly helped somewhat, though I still have a very dull kind of feeling. FYI. Hey, Real Ben Feldman, your glasses constantly smudging. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I try to clean them at least once a day. Air pressure? Really? Well, I guess I didn't even think of that, but it is possible. Shout out to Real Ben Feldman. Thank you, Pez, Liz, and hello there. Someone else came in, too. Yeah? Sushi Boy Simon, yes. Peeps. Peeps. As long as we're not like the marshmallow peeps. That would be, I can't be a marshmallow peep. I can be a regular peep. A people peep. Just not a marshmallow peep. Not gonna happen. Okay. Interesting. No marshmallow peeps. No. Get your drop. Are your drops in, everybody? Everyone get your drops in, including the people who just popped in. You can also get your pops in. Get your drops in and pops in, because we're gonna start the drop. Just a bit. Ben, I will be this weekend, I think, doing probably the Friends Lego set, or at least attempting to. I don't know what the average temperature and humidity is here. No, not the new Friends set. The Cafe Central Perk. I got it on sale, so peeps need to be cast away. Larzeus, totally agree. Absolutely agree. Like, peeps can go the way of candy corn. Like, there's just trash candy, okay? Peeps. Candy corn. Butterscotch. Like, the hard candy things. Ugh. Those things just, ugh. The worst candy of all time. Like, if I was hungry, yeah, I could probably eat it. But, like, if I have a choice, I'm like, nah, no. Resetting the drop. Drop and pop. Got a new one. Caramel or taffy? I like taffy. Used to love caramel. Unfortunately, it's very difficult to find caramel that's vegan. Although tomorrow I may end up getting a vegan pastrami sandwich and a vegan Seattle dog to go. Possibly. I don't know. Candy corn is not good, Krusty. It is not good. Ugh. I thought about getting one of those. Your thermostat kind of tells you the temperature, but like a home sensor to tell, like, you know, how well, really the true temperature, to monitor that, as well as humidity and all that stuff. I have thought about doing that. Maybe at some point in the future when, you know, I'm set to do a round of upgrades on that kind of stuff. Hey, John Maddle, thank you for following. Welcome aboard. Welcome to the Play Shop. You can join us for some raffles. These virtual things. To enter the raffle, you just type in !pop, and you can also drop. And what I mean by that is, watch this. Get a Ho weather station for Jedi. A home. Wait, man, Sushi Boy Simon's just mashing his keyboard right now. Just now everybody's getting the heat wave Seattle got. I guess it's moving across the U.S., which is fine as long as it's not here anymore. Can we bump the AT-AT? You cannot. You can cheer bits during a drop, but that it's not going to move the AT-AT. The AT-AT is a video layer. Let's go ahead and okay, now drop again. Drop again. Drop again, pop again. 71 degrees Fahrenheit in Toronto now, and it's been horribly humid lately. Oh yeah. I can feel it. It's a bit humid. And I don't know. I feel like I'm more sensitive to it. But the forecast is seemingly... What the hell? See if I can find it. I mean, today, it's currently 72. So it's not bad out. I mean, it's very warm. It got as high as like 80, I think, today. But the 10-day forecast, I mean, July is going to be warm, like in the 80s. But like, if we can stay in the 80s for a while, I'll be happy. Or like as a high of 80s, so like 70s, 80s. I think that's pretty temperate. This almost looks like I'm printing out an alphabet right now, doesn't it? With the, you know, each element, what it is. Now, the thing is, we probably will not have rain here until maybe September. Maybe. You have 3 weather seasons in Singapore. Hot, hotter, damn. Yeah, you know, Singapore, is that where they have like tarantulas that like are as big as your head? I want to say it was Singapore. Too humid for me. You had monsoons. That's Australia. No, I've seen Australian spiders. Those things, gigantic. Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't know what I would do. I would lose it. I would lose it. How those things survive? Like, I don't understand. Like, people have hunted the rhino to like close to extinction. They've hunted elephants close to extinction. Why don't they hunt spiders close to extinction? Why can't they do that? Like, what's holding us back? I should go to Singapore, get lots of chewing gum. Why, is it fun? I like fun treats. Probably about to get hit with the tropical depression system coming up from Florida. Oh boy. Yeah, that Florida stuff. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, Sassam. Did not mean to scare you. Trust me, I'm just as much of an arachnophobe. That story coming out of Florida that in Miami, I guess, where like condo, half the building, basically just dropped off. Oh my god. Like that. I'd be so nervous. The law is just that gum is banned from retail sales. Bring the bug assault. I don't think my bug assault would work on those spiders. Thousands of babies at a time, but rhinos tend to only have one every few years. Well, why don't we kill the spider babies? I think we can all come to an agreement on that. Just don't walk around while chewing it. Okay. I'll make sure I do that. Too many hurricanes in Miami. No matter... See, that's the thing. No matter where you go on the planet, no matter where you go, there is inevitably going to be some kind of problem or threat. Mosquitoes eat you alive if you chew gum or smoke. Oh, I didn't know that. We don't... Honestly, Ben, we don't have... where I am, at least, in Seattle, mosquitoes just... They're not here. Which is fine by me. Sushi Boy Simon, what's wrong with you? That was me being funny, by the way. There's nothing wrong with you, except that you apparently think spiders are cute. Higher humidity climates have a mosquito outbreak if you kill all spiders. Well, I guess I'd put up with it. I'd be fine with putting up with that. Singapore has great tattoo parlors. I didn't plan on partaking. I'm sure the U.S. has some good ones too. But... And as of today, the state of Washington is now open for business. Or reopen, whatever that means. So, like, restaurants and places can be open full capacity. It's been getting there for a while. Mosquitoes carry wicked stuff. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. I don't mind lizards. I think Jedi was asking... She was saying, can we get a lizard, Dad? I'm like, no, we're not going to get a lizard. Oh, come on. I'm like, no, we're not going to get a lizard. No. Because I know what's going to happen. I'm going to have to take care of it. Yeah, Georgia's also humid. Been there, too. I think it is, Larzeus, a maskless reopening. I think we're full back pre-pandemic. Though people still are allowed, I believe, allowed to wear masks. Oh, I didn't know Sam studied mosquitoes. That's cool. West Nile. True, true. Yeah, but spiders, on the other hand. Merlions are fake. Oh, good to know, Beauplay. The Delta variant causing some places to reinstate mask requirements. That wouldn't surprise me, TC Jamie. Here's my feeling. My feeling is masks are going to become commonplace again come winter here in the U.S. Guaranteed. People are going to start getting sick again. And, you know, they're going to get sick, right? And they're gonna wonder, is this the, is it the flu, or is it COVID? Is it the Delta variant? So we are not out of the woods. Washington, for the most part, has done pretty well with that stuff. I want to say we've been like Seattle or King County, our county. I think I don't know if it exceeds national average. But I want to say we're like over 60% or higher vaccinated. So we've weathered it pretty well. Talking to a guy who works in a school, said he didn't get any sort of illness. Yeah, TC Jamie, I've noticed the same thing. I'm like, dude, like, I wasn't sick for a year. Loved it. And I just know I'm not going to be able to do that this year because people are going to go out sick and they're not going to wear a mask. I guarantee I start, feeling it, and I still gotta go out, I'm wearing a mask. You're happy to wear a mask, never been healthier. I know, that's what I'm saying, Ben. But the thing is in order for you to remain healthy, other people have to wear a mask. It's not about you as much as it is other people. Oh, I thought the drops were queued, but I guess not. Drop at will. You prefer to wear a mask in crowded places? Oh, I believe it. I'd do the same thing. I would. Oh. Those bits bouncing around, throwing everybody off. Oh, fix him, dude. You denied yourself. Oh, maybe not. Oh, wow. Bopped in at the last second there. Oh. Wow. Okay, now I'm going to cue the drop. Now, see, it says I did it. Right, drops have been queued. Pop and drop. Dang it, where's the... There it is. Oh, I got paid more for something. Cool. I thought I got shortchanged, but it was just the opposite. Very nice. I sold a tiger shark. It's a clone, like a Clone Wars era tiger shark, like Republic, like cruiser, like an Arc 130, and I want to say I picked it up. I know I picked it up thrifting. I know I did, but I can't remember where specifically or for how much. But I guarantee it was like super next to nothing, and I was like, I looked at it, I looked online, I'm like, all right, I know I mean, worst case, I probably bought it for like 20. But more likely the scenario is I got it for 10. So I was able to sell it for about $75 or $80. And I've had it for ages. I'm like, hey, maybe Jen will have fun with it. But I'm, in the process of kind of going through things, cleaning things out. I'm like, all right, I'm just going to sell it because it's worth something. That's why I grabbed it. I'm like, oh, this is nice. The ships, I seem to do better with flipping Star Wars ships than anything. And even though there was a Star, I probably should have purchased it and flipped it. It looked like another clone. I'd never seen it before. Another Clone Wars era starship. I should have bought it and flipped it. I'm good at flipping it. See, I have no problem flipping the vehicles. At all. It doesn't bother me at all. TC Jamie asks, how you liking your Nook? I like the idea of smaller PC, but none that still has some power. I love it. Like, I love the size. I love what it does. It's Windows 11 ready. That I know of. It checks all the boxes. It does everything I need it to do. And it could power, or it will power. I mean, it powers these screens. Both the screens. The high refresh rate and everything. It's one of those things that it just works, right? And that's all I want. You got free Disney Plus, so you can watch Loki and Bad Batch. You better do it, Trackles. Catch up on Mando, like now. Did I say I flip vehicles? Yes, Larzeus. Star Wars vehicles. Like, I find them thrifting, but I have, I don't buy all of them, and I probably should start, because it's like, they're big, and I'm like, unless I know I can flip it, unless I know it's worth something, unless I know I can make a decent profit, I usually don't even bother, and I probably need to do a better job of that. Now that I've flipped, I've probably, I mean, a few $100s. I've made a few $100s, made money on flipping Star Wars vehicles, buying them at a thrift store and then turning them around. Although I think I'm still gonna hold on to that giant AT-AT, because getting that for like, what was it, $7? I could easily sell it for like, that one probably go for like 175, probably. It's a shock. It's a shock. Vehicles are very collectible. Well, the thing is, you want them to be complete or close to complete or rare. I mean, buying a commonplace Millennium Falcon, like, they're trash. They're not. No one's gonna buy them. But you know, buying a unique one, yeah, possibly. I probably could have sold another Falcon I got at a much higher price. I probably could have flipped that, but it was just like it was mostly picked over, and I was like, okay, it's not even worth it. Hey, Asgardian Wookie, good to see you again. Welcome back from Sith Lord Brit's community. Hoping you could be a part of mine as well. Do I just resell it, or do I do some restoration work? Oh, no, I totally just resell it. Like, I'm if I find something, I don't, usually when I go thrifting, it's just picking up cool stuff, like Star Wars stuff or vintage items that I'm like, oh, that'd be kind of cool. Like, the other day, I picked up this giant brick, like, I mean, seriously, of Pokemon cards. Like, not the ones I showed you, but for like $20. I'm like, it was crazy. So hopefully Jedi is going to get into Pokemon at some point, at which point I go, here you go. And then she'll be happy. The Lego Falcon, well, Lego sets are always worth something. Usually worth something. I can't say always. I found a big bin today of Lego. It was a huge bin, $50. I probably could have gotten it down to 35, 40 or so, but it was a huge friggin' bin. There was a few of them. Like, dang, dude, we already have so much right now, though. I didn't even want to like come close. I was like, dude, where's this gonna go? Like, I don't want to have to manage it. Where do I find all this stuff? I thrift. I mean, eBay is a good place, but like, you know, the Black Series Kylo Ren, right? This I got for $2. It was in a bag thrifting the other day. So there's a thrift store. There's a few around, but there's one in particular that I go to that's really good. Lego's 3D printing their bricks soon. Well, they kind of do 3D printing-ish. Not really, though. What's interesting about what Lego's doing is basically they're recycling the... Sorry, I was looking at that satchel. Hopefully that's coming together because it looks a little chewy. I mean, it's going up, but I may want to try reprinting that. You already had your dinner? I had my dinner. I made a chicken patty out of vegan chicken meat that I got on sale. I've been eating like one of those a day. Asgardian Wookie asks, do I paint my prints or leave them as is? Mostly, I leave them as is. Like, specifically, like the hologram series or the Force Ghost series. I mean, I don't want to paint. Like, I just want it to be like just straight up this. There's only one item that I've really painted, and I feel I did an okay job for my skills. The Jedi Temple Guard helmet. And I guess I painted Omega's forehead charm. I did paint that. Yeah. Alright, so is everyone dropped? Okay, so we're going to cue the drop. Drop and pop. What sort of idiot paints 3D prints? I don't know, Sushi Boy Simon. Don't ask me. Yeah, so I'm very lucky to live very close by at least one good thrifting place, and sometimes I stop in twice a day, depending on what they put out in the morning. I'm like, oh, I may come back and maybe there'll be something, but you know, I know what I look at things. I'm like, someone's gonna grab this. And I look at it. I'm like, yes, someone's gonna grab this, and they usually do pretty quickly. Usually, not always. But I tend to look at something and go, do I want this? What am I going to do with it? Is it, is it just going to get in the way, or, am I going to sell it? Am I going to, what am I using this for? And it's a pretty impulse decision. I mean, Star Wars figures are an instant, yeah, I'm going to get. Well, not all of them. There are times like that I'll see one figure in a bag for $5. I'm like, it's not worth that much to me. And I'll pass on it, and others do as well. So what I'm saying is, just because it's Star Wars doesn't mean I always get it, because I don't. Goodwill around here sucks. I don't know if Salvation Army has fared any better for me. Guess UK is too small for that sort of thing. That kind of surprised me. I'd be shocked if you didn't have some kind of thrifting scene. It's a little shocking. Not in a bad way. Yeah, I listed it for 75, and I was like, oh, he forgot to leave a 5. I'm like, and I realized, I'm like, wait, he gave me 4 20s. Charity shops never have good stuff. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is like, the thing is, people, they downsize, right? And I mean, of course we get product, right? And it's like, okay, this fills a need right now, but then at some point in the future, it's like, we're gonna go a different direction, or maybe this would be better, or that would be better. And there are certain things that are easier to sell online on the internet, right? And I did that the other day with a couple of stools. Like I got a couple. I purchased, like, it was like a 5-pack of metal stools. I thought I only needed 2. I ended up using 3 behind my desk, because I wanted to bring the computers and electronics up a little higher off the ground. And so I did that. And then I had these 2 leftover stools. I'm like, well, I'd keep them in the garage, but the problem is we already have stools in the garage, because we've got some older furniture that's birch wood, that birch wood color, and or the light wood color, and we haven't gotten rid of that, because we're using it. We use it as shelving out there, and it's been fine. And so I was like, well, we got these stools, and I'm like, I was ready to just donate them. I'm like, well, I bet you they're worth something to somebody. So I just popped them onto Facebook Marketplace, $25 for both of them, and someone picked them up. It was great. So there are many things that I list on Facebook Marketplace that I don't think are ever going to flip. And there have been times when I'm just like, no one's ever going to buy these. I'm just going to donate them, because I just want to get them out. And so, like, electronic stuff, a lot of electronic stuff. I told you the other day, I warned you the other day that I was getting ready to eliminate a massive amount of cables, and I did. I eliminated probably 6 sackfuls, like a grocery bag, like a sack, a grocery bag, like a Target grocery bag. You know what I'm saying? Well, Facebook Marketplace doesn't make it stressful. Like, doing it like on eBay, I'm like, I don't want to do that. Although I may end up putting my Optimus Maximus keyboard on eBay, because I have no idea if I'm ever going to be able to sell that. Yeah, my cables, like, old cables, like RCA converters and component and composite and, Firewire and some lightning and micro USB and mini USB and legacy cables and old adapters, because I'm never going to use them. I'm just never going to use them. So I just ended up I just donated them all, because I'm like, I'm not gonna, no one's ever gonna buy these. I'm sure there's a pretty good market for cables, but it's like, I just don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with it. So, I can tell you, our thrift store is always packed on Tuesdays, because Tuesday's senior discount day. Yeah, boat plate. I got rid of all the. Basically, I eliminated. I sent the picture to Liz. I eliminated drawers of cables. I'm just like, I'm never going to use these. I'm like, I've got enough. I kept some backup. I'm like, okay, I'll keep 10 of these, 10 of these, 10 of these, 10 of these. And I'm like, okay, if for argument's sake, I need it. I can always buy a new one, right? Or I can I can go into that pile, or inevitably a new gadget comes into the house and there we go. We're starting it all over again. So it's not, it's more of a stress for me to have that around than it is to get rid of it and not have it on hand. So, now I'm trying to standardize. I'm hoping that the industry has moved on from micro. Some of the cheaper devices, not so much, but moved on from legacy USB cables to USB-C. I'm like, okay, well, at least it's USB-C. And we have, for the most part, USB-C devices. There are outliers, and so we still have a legacy cable connected where people go to. I've got one over here, and people charge. Like if they need to charge something, they know there's a cable at a place, where we where we all eat in the kitchen. Yeah, Type-C only. I'm all about. But the problem is I had like drawers and drawers, just massive amounts. I mean, we're talking this stuff goes all the way back like decades. Like, I mean, it followed me. I had a parallel cable. I'm like, I'm never going to use this again. I'm never going to use this again. And if I need it again, I'm just like, all right, well, I'll just buy a new one, right? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's better. I don't know. I got rid of VGA cables, all DVI cables. I held on to some display ports, and of course the HDMI, although again, that's the kind of stuff that possibly becomes legacy because, when I need an upgrade, right, or I've got a new device and let's say it's capable of 8K, well, then I got to use a new HDMI cable, at which point, these older ones, they're backup, HDMI is a viable cable to keep around, but, there you go. You've been tossing HDMI cable too. That's what I'm saying. The problem with the HDMI cables that I have is like I can't tell just looking at it, right, or the markings. You can't tell what spec, right? HDMI 1.2, 2.0, whatever. I'm like, if I plug it in and it works, well then it's great. You have a keyboard that has a PS2 port? Wow, that's legacy. You throw them all away by Amazon Basics? Oh yeah, or Monoprice. That's fair. But as I said, I looked and I'm like, I gotta purge, dude. This has got to get purged. This has to get purged. Because if you don't, the problem is it just accrues and it accrues and it accrues. And unless you can figure out where the stuff, if you're going to use this stuff again and how it's going to be managed and where it's going to be managed and how it's going to be organized, then it becomes too much of a stress. You feel me? Everyone missed the drop. Sad panda. All right, well, I'll get you another chance here. Oops. Sorry. Drops are now queued. Drop again. Drop and pop. C Travis 13. Thank you very much for hanging. Really appreciate it. What the Well, that was slightly annoying. I'm not talking about me. Drop and pop, people. Asgardian Wookie, dropping the toilet paper. You have a VGA cable for your 2 Dreamcasts. Dreamcast use. Oh, okay. Well, fair enough. Like, if I was into the legacy stuff, I'd totally have to hold on to that. But, like, I know I must have gotten rid of it, because the Optimus Maximus keyboard, or the power adapter, so I don't have it. I have a cable for it, but like not. It's like it's the European cable, and it doesn't have the converter box, it's like the external almost like an external power supply. So that's not. I'll probably still sell the Optimus Maximus. No one's really made an offer yet, so I'm just gonna kind of keep it out there. It's like, yeah, I'm trying to sell it. Someone will love it. Someone who loves computers and technology. Install a DC Digital. I don't even know what that is. Oh, probably something for Dreamcast. Got it. You've only regretted tossing a cable one time when a mini USB. eBay does not have Optimus Maximus. Sell it to LGR. Who's LGR? Lazy Gamer? He doesn't even know it exists. Or at least the one that I'm selling, you know. It's interesting. Okay. I mean, I'm putting it out to the universe saying, yeah, I'm trying to sell it. I don't know. I don't want to put it on eBay. I mean, I could. But it'll get I mean, that'll get a massive amount of attention. I'm like, I'd rather not. I'd rather sell it to someone who's trusted, that loves technology, that's looking for something to collect, because that would be a collectible. eBay fees are a hassle. Oh yeah, I'd imagine. I've only sold one thing, I think, on eBay, a pop, Funko Pop vinyl. I've got another Funko Pop. I've got a few Funko Pop vinyls I need to liquidate. It's just a pain in the. It's just like, I don't want to go through listing and blah, blah, blah. But I did it for that one because it was worth $100. I'm like, okay, that's worth it. That's absolutely worth it. But the other ones, I'm like, eh. You really gotta make it a business, right? So, I've got an E.T. Funko Pop vinyl. I don't even know how much that's worth, if anything. Dancing Baby Groot somewhere. I think that was my first Funko Pop vinyl. Because, it's Baby Groot. You sold 2 PCs on eBay years ago before Win 7. Oh, okay. I've sold PCs before. I've got a couple of, like, I've got a Dell knockaround Windows 7 PC that I use as like that's the thing that stays off the network. Like it serves a purpose and it works in that way. But even then I'm like, it's probably not even worth $100 because it's that old. And it's fine. It's fine and it's functional. You don't understand the Funko Pop market? Well, ask real Ben Feldman. Faux shiz. I understand people like it. I couldn't even. I probably could have sold it at a cheaper price. I had a bundle of the Atari 2600 and some games, and I was like, it's not. I just gave it to somebody else to try to sell. Like, just whatever. It's a wash at this point. The wash. I lost $100, but I was like, I'm never gonna plug it in. Never gonna use it. I already got all the cartridges I'm looking for. Can't sell them for that much. All right. I'm just gonna. I had it on the Facebook Marketplace, but I probably should have dropped the price. But it wasn't worth it. I'm like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you get to a certain point with certain things, it's just like, you know what? It's easier to hand it over than it is to try to do it any other way. If that it's too much of a hassle. Like, for example, we've had, like, I've got some spatulas, right? Some, cake spatulas. And they're, like, white spatulas. Wow! Asgardian Wookiee. 100%? Really? Could I sell them on Facebook Marketplace? Possibly. But they wouldn't be worth anything. So I was like, I'm just going to donate it. Here. Take it. So that's the beauty about of donating. Someone's gonna love them. Someone's gonna leave. Oh my god, I needed these. Great. I would never be able to make that connection myself. Oh, good landings. Drop and bop. Oh, nice. Sorry, I'm looking to see where Pablo Hidalgo got some Vader dice. Those are cool. Oh, so it's like a Hoth. Assault on Hoth. West End Games. Oh, not bad. They're kind of pricey. Looking at the dice. Those dice are Vader fire dice. Yeah. I'm not sure finding those pieces. No dice. Vader dice are on Etsy. Yeah, they probably are, but then, you know, on Etsy, you're probably not going to, I mean, you might get original stuff, but a lot of it are licensed things. A lot of it's unlicensed. I got these dice on Etsy. I went and got, where's the, so I got these dice on Etsy. They're custom made. That's the one side. They're, you know, multi-sided. But on one side, these are not licensed. These are bootleg, right? Or fan created. I thought it was kind of a neat idea. Oh, it's kind of cool. Those are awesome. Because I for some reason, I just got set down a path where I was searching for that, right? And I was like, ooh, wait a minute, yeah. Of course, I printed Sabak dies. You like bootleg stuff? I guess to me, it just kind of depends on what it is, right? Yeah, I may end up reprinting the hair and that satchel. I don't know how that's turning out yet. They'd be really good for the Star Wars D&D game. Oh, for sure. Especially the multi-sided, like the dodecahedrons and whatnot. Hey, Avaline. Welcome back. Hope everything is going well for you. Order. Just making breakfast. Oh. I made dinner. I'm pretty skilled at. I mean, skilled. I'm very happy with the way I've been making popcorn. Kind of like Diana, although I think I salt mine a little better than Diana does. Just a little better. Asgardian Wookiee asks if I've been reading the High Republic stuff. I've got the comics, but that's about as far as I've gone. And honestly, I've held off on some of that because it just gets I'm more visual, so I knew the High Republic for the most part would be something I would more than likely be sitting out on. So yeah, I'm largely sitting out on the High Republic. What did you find on Thangs, Sushi Boy Simon? The sponsor, Thangs.com. Bang, Thangs. Can I spell? I can. Well, do tell. Do share. Oh, man. I slept for 9 hours last night. 9 hours. I went to bed early. I have a feeling I'm going to be doing the same thing again tonight. For the most part, I feel like mentally I went, okay, a mold for making chocolate Darth Vaders? Nice. Can you do that, though? Can you, I mean, I guess it depends on the filament you use, whether it's food safe. The worst part about making popcorn and having nothing to watch is that it's like, you want to enjoy it, right? But you're like eating the popcorn, it's like, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all watching me, you might be able to eat popcorn. Like, if I'm sitting here, I could eat the popcorn, but I just didn't make it in time for the show, unfortunately. I could... How could I do this? Could I try doing the NDI thing again? You wouldn't get any audio. And you wouldn't be able to see the printer. But where'd you find it, Sushi Boy Simon? Where's the URL? Wonder if I've seen it. Oh. Bring us to the popcorn maker. What if I do it? If I do it here, like it'll blow a circuit? Oh, I've printed that one. I think I did that one in purple. Or did I? Interesting. Wait, I don't think I've done the mold. There's a mold? I love mold. A Vader mold. Huh. Interesting. That'd be fun for Jedi to play with in Play-Doh. Huh. Okay. I gotta save that because she might have fun playing with that in Play-Doh. I don't know if I'd be making chocolates or anything with it, but or kinetic sand, yeah, that'd be fun. Good find, Sushi Boy Simon. I should, if I brought the popcorn popper up here, it'd be very loud. And it'd potentially get messy because I do the salt like. See here, how could I do this? I've done OBS Ninja before and it was garbage when I tried it. I guess I can. marks. There we go. Yeah. OBS Ninja. Okay, so let's see if I can. I'm gonna try OBS Ninja here. I thought I already queued the drop, but I guess not. Let's see what happens. We go over to quad view. Oops, that's the wrong setup. What is this? Oh, it's rotated. Yeah. Where is... There we go. Okay. So, can you hear anything? Probably not. Echo?
I don't have access to chat. So here's the question. That's all the stuff I gotta take downstairs. Okay. I have no idea if this is going to work. Can I... Oops, sorry, that was me. I need to figure out if I can... Okay, 2, 1, facing front. There's me. There's also me, but in wide angle. Let's go ahead and do this. All right, I don't know if you can see or hear, but we're going to try to mix popcorn. I made more. Well, screw it. Yeah, that's a lot. It's gonna pop everywhere now. Okay, hang on. Let me make sure this is working.
Okay, is it working? Can you see and hear? Okay, there. Yeah, all right. That looks like it's working there. All right. So you can see and hear okay? I'm going to mute it when it's going because otherwise it's going to be way too loud. In fact, let me turn down the volume there. There we go. I turned the volume way down. For OBS Ninja. You won't be able to hear me talk, but you should hear the... Okay, give me a moment. Yeah, I use a lot of salt, so what? So, it's okay. When I grind the salt, it's very fine. It's not like, it's table salt, but it's ground. So it's less salt than you think it is. Trust me. So it worked. Awesome. I don't know what happened. I plugged it into one outlet, and I'm like, it was working, and then it stopped. I'm like, okay, the breaker didn't get flipped. So I have no idea. No idea what happened there. But trust me, it's not as salty as you think it is. No nooch, Larzeus. And the reason why is because my vitamin B levels were elevated. So, I don't need any more. For the time being, at least. My multivitamin gives me enough. Jamie turned the volume down so low. Well, I didn't want it to be too loud. I didn't switch off the sound. Yes, the chopsticks. Of course the chopsticks. Most of the salt blew away from the air popper. Kind of. Have I ever had Himalayan salt? I have. It is good. The sound was there, but because I knew the fan was going to be loud, I opted to turn down the sound. I probably could have like left it halfway, but I opted to go. The sound wasn't off. It was just very, very low. You got a drink or three? I do not. But when I need to get something, I can take it with me. Have I ever had Yugoslavian salt? I have not. Have you, Loyal? Have you? Now, Loyal's got a popcorn machine. Thank you for gifting the sub.
Loyal just gifted 1 subs.
Very kind of you, Loyal. My popcorn machine is lame by comparison. Is totally lame. My popcorn machine there, that was dinky compared to Loyal's. You had to look up how to spell Yugoslavia? Just do autocorrect. Just like say Yugoslavia, you know? Talk by type by talking. Was that text to speech? Speech to text? So Loyal may have the world's most amazing popcorn machine, but does he eat his popcorn with chopsticks or like a normal person? That's the question. Hope you're doing well, Loyal. Welcome back. Is everyone ready to drop? I assume everything's queued. Oh. Did I screw it up? I screwed it up. Okay. Okay, now drop. Now drop. I've unscrewed it up. Yeah, I mean, Loyal's machine is nice. It is nice. It's a little large. The air popper is the perfect size. I mean, you see, apparently I put the perfect amount in. That was kind of surprising. Like, wow, it popped perfectly. Got a little bit of cleanup to do later, but not tremendous amounts. Sushi Boy Simon's seen a Darth Vader air popper. It does exist, as does an R2-D2. But I hear they don't pop the popcorn well. So, unless I found a Star Wars air popper on sale, I probably would not get it. Well, really? Well, I'm glad Anonymous thinks it's funny. Loyal dropping spiders. No. No. Okay, there, I didn't screw that up. First time for everything. Might need to drop the temperature a tiny bit. Oh, y'all dropping bits to throw off the drops? Loyal! Oh my god. Look at that. 0.36. That's the lowest I've ever seen. The lowest I've ever seen. Wow. Good job, Loyal. Oops. Pop and drop. I think that is a new low record. That was solid, dude. Oh, Loyal. I try to lower the bar whenever I can. Oh, man. That was good. Thank you for saying thank you, Bionic. Not everybody does. You were just typing that was the lowest I've ever seen. It was the lowest I've ever seen, for sure. That was low. Whoa! Ethan's Dad 3D, aka Marcus, giving away a feature bundle worth 20 bucks. First one to redeem that code in the App Store. Who has this emote? Is that Breaks and Makes? Who's grabbing that redeem code for iOS? I already have my copy. Another one? Okay, 2 of you are going to get it. 2 of you are going to get Datalore. Hey, Datalore. Long time no see. Everybody. Datalore, everybody. Datalore's the reason he used to hang out on Ustream all the time. And he's the reason I got back into Lego as an adult. It's Datalore's fault. For real. For real. Wow. Another one? EM3D feature bundle. A third one. You're giving away like $60 worth of that stuff. That's incredible, Marcus. Wow. You must be paying it forward because I saw that you won some kind of contest or giveaway or raffle. Was it with Hot Makes? Alright. Get ready to drop. Back in the good old days, yes. I still have that Star Destroyer assembled. It's still there. Now, of course, my daughter's into Lego bricks as well. You don't know how to put the code in the Apple Store? Oh, it's like redeem. If you go to the App Store and select redeem from your account. Oh, you want a box of Jesse PLA. Oh. That's good, too. Because you can make a lot with that. No one made it? No one made it. Wow. Alright. Drops have now been queued. And pops have now been spewed. I gotta work on that. Telling you, man. This popcorn was salted perfectly. Because if you only salt it when it's done on top, the problem is it doesn't, you don't get it on every kernel. You know what I'm saying? Happy to see you passing it on from father-daughter, guessing uncle then? Yeah, kind of, Datalore. Kinda. We got a lot. We have a lot of bricks. A lot. To the point where, I mean, I'm going to be, this weekend, woo, this weekend I'm brick building. I'll be doing this on Twitch this weekend. The Friends set. So this is out now. Well, it's been out. I got this one on sale. So I'm building that one this weekend. I just wanted the minifigures. Go figure. I mean, they're not special minifigures, but for sure. Buy a simple oil popper and a tablespoon of flavacol along with the oil and the popper. Well, I use air because actually I don't want the extraneous oil as much as it's very fun and very delicious. I tend not to have extraneous oil in my food. Helps keep my cholesterol down. But that's a nice tip, Loyal. Friends Lego sets, that's right. How long will it take me to build? It's 1,000 pieces. It'll probably take me a good chunk on Saturday and Sunday. Potentially even spilling over to Monday. May take like 3. You never liked the show Friends? Always found it kind of done? Loyal, okay, hang on. Yeah, I dipped in and out of Friends. I didn't watch it, like, all the time. But I enjoyed it. I didn't mind it. But, Loyal, you must have missed it. You must have joined after. I went remote. I went downstairs and I popped this popcorn on camera. So that was the air popper. But, yeah. I tend to, and that doesn't mean that I don't have oil in food, because I do. But like now when it comes to popcorn, as much as it's different, and as much as I enjoy it, like when I go to the theater, it's a nice treat. At home, I'm much better off when I eat popcorn not adding the oil. You drink oil? Nice. I drink hot sauce. I do, for real. So, I went remote. So I use OBS Ninja. There, it's off now, but I used OBS Ninja and walked around, walked downstairs. Yeah, I did, for real. I went quad view, and then one of the views was that, so it seemed to work. It worked better than the last time we tried that, so that was good news. Inspired by Chris Perillo, I decided to start avoiding foods with oils. I'm going to try to lower my cholesterol too. Well, let me tell you, Ethan Stat 3D, it ain't easy. Because I still do it. Like that, the chicken that I had tonight. Sorry. The faux chicken. The vegan chicken. That's got oil. But, and you know, in many of the things that I eat, it's got it. But when it comes to, if I have a choice, then I don't eat it. OBS Ninja worked great during the stream. Great. 15W40. My preference is 30. That's good stuff. Oh, Liz is getting a full. Well, thank you. Loyal, you just inspired Liz to get a full. If Loyal was in a sitcom, it would be Full House. I don't know. Loyal's more of a glass half full kind of guy. That full has got to be a horse by now. Asgardian Wookiee asks, who's my favorite Star Wars characters and superheroes? I don't know. I mean, I just enjoy them all, Asgardian Wookiee. I even had this conversation last night with Britt. It's so hard to pick a favorite. I can say this. I like Han Solo way more than Luke Skywalker. Way more. I was never a fan of Luke. I mean, I'm a fan of Luke, but... You used Hey Pal? Nice, Liz. Well, I definitely don't just love Darth Vader. In terms of superheroes, I enjoyed the Super Friends cartoon growing up. Very much. But these days, I'm far more into the MCU. Never got into the comics, though. Nay, pal. That's good. I'm not sure where DC sits in terms of superheroes. Because I like Doom Patrol. But that's about the only DC production that I can stomach. And that's not to say that I don't enjoy the superheroes, but... Like I said, I grew up with a different one. I grew up in a different era, in the 80s, right? Tonight's Loki was good. In fact, New Future Tech 3D, I would say tonight's Loki was probably the best in the series so far. It was good. Chewie's always going to be your favorite? Fair enough. I mean, I got a special place in my heart for the original trilogy characters. And I think everybody who grew up in the 80s does. But I mean, you know, the way I look at it is it's like with the MCU, right? Maybe there were parts of it that I enjoy more than others, sure, but it's all the MCU to me. And I would say the same thing about Star Wars. This is all Star Wars to me. Larzeus, you do need to watch the Loki. You do. And so do you, Asgardian Wookiee. It's good. Loki was amazing with so many OMG moments. Well, there's probably a lot of subtext that was lost on me. Because I would definitely not consider myself like a super fan. Like, enjoy it. But I would say I'm enjoying Loki a little more than... I mentioned this earlier too. For those who've been watching, I'm enjoying Loki about as much... or a little more than WandaVision and Falcon and Winter Soldier. Hey, big sports fan too, thanks. The original Star Wars came out when you were 13? Wow. So you're older than me. Because I was a youngin'. Oh, the mid-credit. Yeah. So I'd imagine... Okay, don't say anything. Some people haven't seen Loki yet. But I looked at it, I'm like, I don't know what this reference is, but I have a feeling I understand it. Oh, Loyal. Don't say it. I know you've seen Star Wars. Don't say you've never seen Star Wars. Don't. Here we go. It's on. Oh, no one's dropping bits to interrupt, so y'all have a good shot. Oh, maybe, uh-oh. Someone doesn't do bits, no one's gonna make it. No one's gonna make it. You don't know the difference between Marvel and DC because I don't like superhero stuff. Oh, really? Interesting. Alright, drop and pop. He, believe it or not, Marcus, he did not say something about The Expanse. You know, I think it's fair. I will say that the superhero thing is kind of getting old. Like, we've seen it 1,000 times. MCU, DC, The Boys. List goes on and on. Hate that superheroes are so tough at one moment, then trip and fall, almost killed, then back to getting hit by a train again. Yeah, see, Loyal, that's where I tend not to think. That is to say, I'm just watching it. Alright, okay, that just happened. I have seen The Boys. I thought the first season was stronger than the second. We'll see how the next one goes. You need boundaries in your stories? Really? That's fair. There's no wrong way. And I could see how you'd say that. I guess to me, when I'm watching something, I'm just trying to lose myself. I don't want to think about it. The only time, I know I've said this before, the only time that's ever been a problem, really, was watching Independence Day. It was so asinine. I still enjoy the movie. It just really irritates me that it's a Mac virus that takes down a mothership from a different dimension or galaxy. Give me a break. Couldn't even write a Mac virus for a PC back then. Okay. You can't not like superheroes and love The Expanse. You can't. Stan Lee, you still miss him? Yeah. Someone who made an impact. Going all the way back, man. You didn't like Batman vs. Superman? Yeah, Pezliz. I haven't liked any of the Justice League type of movies. Any of them. They're just not... They're not for me. The Wonder Woman stuff wasn't too bad. What is The Expanse? You don't want to know. The Fifth Element was awesome. Big bada boom. Corbin Dallas multipass. Yes, loyal. Yes, Christopher Reeve. I'm sorry, but like, I mean, I grew up with Christopher Reeve as Superman. Dun, 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 dun. Yes. Although, out of all those Superman movies, the best one was Superman 3 with Richard Pryor. You have a friend in Snohomish that named their child Corbin. Really? Wow, that's awesome. What Fifth Element would have been with a toned down Chris Tucker? Horrible. It wouldn't have been the same, Ethan's dad. Marcus. Wouldn't have been the same. As Guardian, you and I think alike. Can never get into DC stuff. Had tried so many times to get halfway through the movies and fall asleep. Dude, I'm with you. Totally with you. Like I said, the only DC that I've liked, that I've enjoyed, that I've looked forward to is Doom Patrol. It's on HBO Max. It's worth a watch. Richard Pryor he made that movie. Superman 3. In fact, I rewatched it recently and I still enjoyed it. Campy, but perfect. Totally with you, Loyal. Totally with you. Saw Adam West at a convention, but he was charging $200 for a meet and greet. So I was like, Gene Hackman was perfect. Gene Hackman was Lex Luthor. Sushi Boy really liked Doom Patrol too. Liked a couple of Batmans over the years. Don't know which ones. Best Batmans over the years were the Christian Bale. Oh, not Bruckheimer. What's the name? Nolan. Umbrella Academy's also solid. Shout out to Iris Amelia. Agreed. I've been enjoying Umbrella Academy. Loyal probably would not. Oh, you're watching the old Supermans with the kids again? That's awesome. Such a good series. New Suicide Squad. I'll watch it. Not sure how I'm going to feel. But James Gunn is behind it, so they got the right guy. DC seems less fun than Marvel. Kind of. One DC show I loved was Sweet Tooth. Yes, but they produced that on Netflix. So I guess that was DC. I mean, Warner Brothers, but yeah, DC. Very well done. Sweet Tooth was very well done on Netflix. Nolan was an incredible director. Dude, telling you, those are the ones you like. Although Heath Ledger, I mean, I grew up, my Joker would have been, you know, Jack Nicholson. And, you know, he played opposite Michael Keaton in that Batman. But Heath Ledger, no one will ever do the Joker half as well as Heath did. Nobody. Nobody. Oh, wow, Crash, you weren't kidding. You are running out of room in my house. What makes you say that, Irish? How can you tell? Method acting? Possibly. I like how Marvel has some jokes, but GC seems serious and dark. Yeah, totally. No, Heath Ledger, man. I mean, if there was one Batman movie I could choose, it would be that one. That was it. Just because of Heath Ledger. Man, so good. So good. What a tragedy. My place was nice? Thank you. I tend to agree, but I'm a little biased. No one will ever win an Oscar for a superhero movie again. Joaquin Phoenix was 3/4 as good as Heath Ledger, but not as good. I watched Joker. It was good. But it still wasn't Heath. Michael Keaton will always be your favorite Bruce Wayne, not your favorite Batman. That's fair. I can tell you who isn't a good Batman or Bruce Wayne, and that's Ben Affleck. Heath was so good you didn't realize you were watching an actor. Totally loyal. My God. Of course I watched Joker because of all the controversy around it, but it was good. It wasn't bad. I say that about a lot of things, though. It wasn't bad. You can watch The Dark Knight 10 times. I probably watched it that many times. Do I think George Clooney was a better Batman? I wish Michael Keaton was the Batman throughout all of those films. Mr. Freeze. Ash challenge spray? What's that? Who is the worst Batman? Affleck. Clooney, really? Wow, some of y'all don't like Clooney. Funny. Who would I cast as Batman? Who would I cast as Batman? Gotta think about this one. I gotta think about that. Best Joker was Mark Hamill. Well, animated, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna say Loyal. I would cast Loyal as Batman. To the Fullmobile! Wow! Maybe we should have
Loyal
cast him
Mrs.
earlier.
just gifted 5 subs.
Thank you, Loyal. Very appreciated. Very, very, very appreciated. Loyal giving 5 Tier 1 subs, including to Dandrak and Nerdy Tech. Very kind. If you remade Spaceballs, you'd cast me as Dark Helmet. Who would Loyal be? Loyal would be Yogurt. I'm Catman. Was Catman a thing? Loyal's Batman, Chris is Robin. Huh. Now, the best Robin was probably, what was his name? Christopher, the one who played opposite both Kilmer and Clooney. Chris, he was a good Robin, or Nightwing, or whatever. Thank you, Liz, for the 100 bits! Catman. I'm not a cat, man. Do. Oh, hang on. Alright, get your drops in and pops in. Titans on Netflix, never watched it. Liz is trying to trigger a hype train. I know what she's doing. I know what she's doing. I know what you're up to. I know what you're up to, Cat. You stay right there. It's my popcorn. It's mine. I made it. You stay away. I don't think cats like popcorn anyway. Think about it. Have you ever seen a cat eat popcorn? You know, I was thinking Idris Elba for Batman, but I'm like, he might be a little big. Benedict Cumberbatch might be a little young. For an older Alfred, at least. Since Tony Stark is Marvel's Bruce Wayne, how about Robert Downey Jr.? I don't know. It's hard to see Robert Downey Jr. as anybody but Tony Stark now. Bane, fair enough. We got Jawa in here now? You stay away with the popcorn too. Just tell me, you creepy Jawa, that you did not steal my my popcorn popper downstairs. Which didn't really work in the first outlet I plugged it into, which is really weird. Gotta ask. I'm meeting with an electrician next week, so I should ask about that. Just like Ryan Reynolds' is Deadpool. Yeah. I can see that. Can you keep the Jawa? You can keep the Jawa. The Jawa is all yours. Varmints. Adam Driver. I guess I could see that. That man's got range. Mini Driver, no. Are they related? Who would I cast as an MCU Wolverine? Oh man. Replacing Hugh Jackman. I don't know, that is a tall order. Gotta think about that one too. The Rock, I don't know. Speaking of Deadpool, you could print my Deadpool keyring off Thingiverse that you made. Oh, cool. I don't think I have any Deadpool things. I did briefly. I was a part of that subscription service thing. But ultimately, I realized, you know, if I'm going to collect something, I just got to stick to one thing. So Star Wars is it. Wolverine's meant to be 5'4". Wow. Bruce Willis could have done Wolverine before Hugh Jackman set the bar? I don't know. Vin Diesel, I think, could do a good Batman. Although he'd be a little buff. Just a little buff. Definitely not Tom Cruise. Absolutely not Tom Cruise. Alec Baldwin might be a little too old. Smoke if you got him. Broke a sweat on that one. Dang. That was good. Popcorn makes me gassy. Not just gassy, very gassy. Randy Quaid has kind of gone off the deep end lately. I did hear that Harrison Ford got injured and filming set back 3 months on the new Indy. Like, oh man, that's nerve-wracking. Oh no, you're right! What the heck lifted? Oh boy, I may have to... I'm definitely gonna have to reprint that part. That was an arm.
Harold Bulker is now hosting my stream with 2 viewers.
Well, let me see if I can finish up. 'Cause I got. See how well it handles the crossover. It might be able to recover the rest of the pieces. Yeah, see, it's hanging on the... Harold Pulker, yeah? Did I get it right that time? Thank you so much for the raid. Sorry, I missed it. I was like inspecting the print is kind of off. And hey, that guy, what's going on? Did my best. Okay, I'll go over here and try to peel away the... Not. just don't want it to snag and knock into... Let's see if I can save that. Well, I guess both arms have to print anyway, but... If I can keep it below the... So, Harold, how is the stream? How is your stream? Yeah, and I'm trying to do Ray. The heck was that? I enjoyed Crystal Skull. Maybe I'm the only one who enjoyed King of the Crystal Skull. The good news is that arm's about done, so it won't be printing over there again. But by moving the temperature down, it definitely helped a lot. I'm gonna have to reprint this stuff anyway. So down to just those two? Okay. That's good. Just down to the legs and the... I'm gonna have to babysit this. Wow, okay. Whew! Thank you, everybody. Thank you for your patience and understanding. I'm gonna reslice. I'm gonna do her, ouch, her hair and her arms. In a moment. Okay, is that her hair? That's her hair. So let's do her arms and her hair. Drop it well, people, apparently. Okay, brim. Let's go to 15. "45 minutes, holy schmulligans. Jason Statham as Batman? It's possible. Do I like Raisin Bran? I've eaten it before. I've enjoyed it, even though it's not my favorite. I don't even like raisins, but for some reason I can tolerate Raisin Bran, which is really weird. Whoa, holy cow. Give me a second. I want to change the printer filament settings to 205. Alright. Okay, still got a little bit of popcorn left. Let's go ahead and move this over here. Then go to the phone view. Really? Okay, let's try that again. Oh. I'm going to reset this just in case. Cleaner approach. Okay, now. What the Hey OZ2HD and Robert. Welcome back. Dang it. Brim on here is just a little nuts. Both these arms are going to have to get reprinted anyway, so. Do I think Henry Cavill could do Wolverine? I think it's possible. I could see that. Seattle does not get torrential rain that often. Ooh, a lot of people landing. Staying at home and making poutine is always a good option. Of course, I cannot remember the last time I had poutine, but... crap. There we go. Yeah, I got a little chewed there, but I don't think that's avoidable. Finding Free Cat is so cool. I like the I like Tinkercad personally. Excuse me. Sorry. Ooh. Whew. I get gassy when I remove brim. It's a very gas-inducing experience, task, thing. Gonna have to clean up just about every one of them. Good night, Krillin. That one came off too easily. This one I have a feeling could have come off the plate. You can link the model to a worksheet, and any changes make them the worksheet. Oh, cool. I am not a fan of worksheets. It's almost just as well I'm reprinting these other pieces because I gotta prep anyway, you know what I'm saying? Just good. I think it's amazing. Thank you, Rad Nikki. And of course Robert for the fart. Brad Nikki for calling the Emperor, and Robert for calling the fart. This week is flying along. Who does brooding well? I know you're not talking about me. I do not brood. Or maybe I do. Do I brood? You're always the last to know. Weird, it got chewed on one, but not on the other. You still have not gotten the hang of supports? Well, it just depends on what you're printing. These models have, unfortunately, supports built in that has produced a fair amount of issues, but nothing insurmountable. No, you don't, Chris, but I'd like to see a brooding Palpatine next time he's around. Next time. That's the next trilogy. Somehow Palpatine has returned. Again. There we go. That's a little better. Yeah, I'd hope nothing breaks. This one's fine. Not too worried about this one. And of course the thing I need to tweak, I can't because it's what's on the printer. These are the old hands. These aren't the new hands, so I gotta wait. I can't build this yet. I've got the hands I want to get in the arms. About first. The hair, I'm not too worried about, but doing it anyway because I'm going to see if I can do it a little better. Instead of Palpatine returning, they revealed Darth Plagueis was behind the creation of Palpatine. I suppose all things are possible, people. It's all possible. It's all very possible. I need a work hat, a Star Wars one to protect that disc. I know. You're right, Loyal. I'm not very. This is not much of a workshop. I admit. I don't have a fleet of printers. Just me. And a desk. And some pliers. The desk is destroyed anyway. I mean, it's been used. Over and over and over. Nothing's gonna stop that. I cannot undo the damage that has happened over these years. For sure. Hey. Popcorn. So, Deviously Mango's streaming. Y'all want to raid Deviously Mango? Yeah? No, it's okay not to have the workshop. Just a simple mat. I know. I just don't have a mat. I need to get one. But the thing is that my desk is just all... It's messed up anyway. It's screwed up anyway. I suppose I could make it worse, huh? Is there a Star Wars mat I should use? Need to find a Darth Vader mat? We can't raid Pez Liz. I say we raid Mango. Because he's not always streaming at this time. And he's usually in here chatting and hanging out. So I appreciate that. Even though he freezes me all the time. Alright. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Thank you for all the support. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the subs. Loyal. Thank you for the gifted subs. Thanks to the moderators. Thank you very much for your help. Thank you for being there and hanging out with me when I do this stuff, because it's a lot of fun for me to do. So thank you for being there when I didn't expect anybody to be there. It's very, very, very appreciated. So, I'm checking something there. I think we're going to do Deviously Mango. Everyone give him a follow if you're so inclined. He does a lot of music streams. He does his own visualizations and everything. He's very frequently in here hanging out in chat. I'll be back again at 6 p.m. tomorrow night. 3D printing another figure in the series. I don't know which one I'm going to go with yet, but Ray will be completed by tomorrow. And I'll have her finished up, theoretically, if I get these pieces to work. Thank you, Asgardian Wookie. It was good to see you again today after you. That's right, we got the Tuscan Raid. And connecting with you yesterday and you following yesterday from Brit's stream. That was a total blast. Get your Perillo Raider emotes ready. Perillo Raider on the clipboard. As I mentioned this weekend, if you're not able to tune in for the rest of the week, this weekend I'm going to be building the Lego Friends set. That's the big thing coming up. Let's go ahead and... Nope, not that. This. There we go. Gonna raid Deviously Mango. Deviously Mango. Boop. Starting the raid. Ooh, we got a 5x Perillo Raider combo. Very, very nice. Oh, you're going with being slightly devious. Fair enough, Coda120. I love you. I appreciate you, but at this point I'm going to leave you to your own devices, and may the force be with you always. See you back again tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Pacific, and we're going to Tuscan Raid Deviously Mango, you've known from hanging out in this chat, in 3, 2, 1. No butts, Liz. Okay, are those Tuscan butts? Woo! He must be away from his keyboard. Oh no, there he is.